and welcome to this week's episode of the Amber Tree Wellness TV, your weekly dose of health and wellbeing. Thanks for joining me. What I'm going to talk to you about today is eczema. In Australia, 1 in 3 people suffer from eczema, and over 50% of that number is actually occurring in babies under the age of 12 months. So the number of children with eczema is growing so quickly at an alarming rate, and we need to start looking at why. So what is eczema? Well, eczema is a skin irritation that gets triggered by environmental factors or by foods, or it's a type of allergy. The skin just breaks out, and for some children it's absolutely horrific. They get covered head to foot in these massive rashes that are really, really itchy, and they can be weepy and they can get infected. Other children don't have it quite as bad, but we need to start looking at why. And in some research that was done at the University of Swinburne, or the Swinburne University in Melbourne, they found that women who started taking probiotics whilst they were pregnant actually reduced the incidence of eczema in children by 60%. Now, why? As naturopaths, we kind of understand a little bit about this because this is one of the things that we do. We use probiotics to actually treat skin conditions and eczema. Now, but why? What's going on? Well, 80% of our immune system lies within our gut wall, and we require healthy gut bacteria to actually have a healthy immune system. Now, a lot of us actually have an overgrowth of unhealthy bacteria, and that's caused by our diet, a high use of antibiotics, and it starts to grow this unhealthy bacteria. Also, children who are born Caesar-born as opposed to naturally born actually don't get their natural gut bacteria when they're born, because when we're born, when we come down the birth canal, we get a gulp of mum's gut bacteria, and that's where we actually start. Now, if you're actually born via Caesar, you lift it out, you actually get no gut bacteria. So there's a bit of an imbalance to start with because you don't have any healthy bacteria and you don't have any unhealthy bacteria. But it's quite easy to grow this unhealthy bacteria. And then healthy gut bacteria is then fed with breast milk. And if children aren't being breastfed and they're being formula fed, that's growing unhealthy bacteria. So we start to get this imbalance going on, and this affects our immune system. So what can we do about it? And, do we just all need to take probiotics? Yes, the answer is yes and no. Not all probiotics are equal. There are some probiotics which actually are specific for these type of conditions, and in particular eczema and asthma. So all women should be, when they're pregnant, particularly if there's a history of asthma or eczema in their family, should be taking a probiotic. But they need to be taking a probiotic that actually has the strain LGG in it, because that is specific for these types of conditions. But ideally, women should all be going through a preconception care program where they're getting nice and healthy beforehand. And when you do that, and actually it's not just women, the men need to be doing it too, because this increases the fertility and increases the chances of having a healthy baby that doesn't have these type of issues. But taking a probiotic with the right strain of probiotic in it will actually help to get rid of and prevent these eczemas occurring. And once children do have eczemas, then it's a matter of treating the gut again, giving the children that particular probiotic, and then looking at the foods that they're being fed. So I'll talk a little bit more about eczema in another episode because we don't have much more time now. But I just wanted to introduce to you some research that's actually proving some of the things as naturopaths have been saying for a very, very long time. Healthy gut bacteria plays a big role in having healthy skin. Thanks for listening to me, and I will speak to you next week. Thanks. Bye.